Welcome back to AA. See you in church. Manuel, and I talk about different things here and there. Things that come to mind, or I see something and I think, hey, I think I might have talked about this before. But anyway, today I thought about talking about is a subject that I talk to my friends, and I think it's an interesting conversation because what do you think? I always ask you, and so far no one's has an opinion. And I wish you did because it would make a great conversation. Maybe you are having a conversation with family and friends, and it's a smart one. I've talked about AIDS, I've talked about work, I've talked about all kinds of different things. I've talked about being on YouTube. To YouTube. um, it doesn't look like they're paying attention to me. I'm not important enough. Plus, I don't have enough followers that it would matter. And then all of a sudden, boom, it mattered. Okay. Recently, I talked about how YouTube has been going around and taking away people's rights to show videos, removing them. It made me think of Facebook. And Facebook is supposed to be for grown-ups, not for children. And of course, you have all these freaking idiots, whether they're a grandparent or a parent or a retarded brother or a retarded sister. I don't care which one. They should all be taken out to the back and beaten with a stick. Why? For one thing, it was meant for grown-ups only. But what can I say? We have a lot of idiots out there. They must be Democrats because only a Democrat would be stupid enough to not check on what's going on in their environment. Look at what president we got now. And if the movie video was right, he should have never been president because he's a first generation American. If you're second generation, you can run for president. First generation, you can run for senator, governor. Who cares about those people? Why? Because there's a lot of people around them that he has to bypass to get something through. And to be honest, so does the president. But you have to remember, those people sitting in those sections are a bunch of idiots. We can't trust them. We can't depend on them. They've proved it time and time again. And you can't even depend on your own party to do their job. Why? Because the Democrats never went after the president. Well, went after the person running for president to prove whether he was a Republican. I mean, he could have been a Democrat. Nobody would have known. I mean, a bunch of idiots out there running those offices. But they're smart enough to go after Obama and do all those retarded things trying to prove. The Republicans did that. The Democrats sat there with their fingers in their asses going, dur, 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 dur. You could, even Timmy on South Park is smarter than they are. He put together a business and was making money so that everybody could go to what it was that where they got together and they had fun. He paid by doing his own taxi service. I mean, yes, it's a cartoon, but that cartoon had more sense than our Democratic office. Bunch of idiots. No one looked into it. It was just so stupid. But too late. The thing is that, and the reason I'm saying the Republicans aren't any smarter is because I keep hearing stupid women go, "Well, he's honest. How is he honest that you should be barefoot and pregnant and in the kitchen? Maybe, yeah, you should be, because you're an idiot. Letting him go over there and insult all kinds of women. You won't let him do that in your job, but you will do it as a president. Really stupid. Not smart, and neither of the parties are smart enough to catch. He's letting everybody from the world come and do your jobs, except for the Mexicans. And guess what? They're not even doing the jobs you want, unless you want to clean toilets. Got a toilet you can come and clean right now. I'll give you $5. But anyway, that's not what this is supposed to be about. But I thought I was thinking about the most stupid things there are going on into this world, and that's one of the dumbest things. And I keep saying the same thing over and over and over. How stupid can you be? Well, we're finding out. We got a Republican president who's an idiot. It's just like the stupid woman that used to go over when I worked down at Staples and come in and complain. But she was sort of nice. Well, not sort of. She was nice, but she was a bitch. But she was nice. And she was always throwing stones at the Democrats. And one day, she did it the wrong day. She came out and said, "Oh, welfare, wah, 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 wah." And I said, "What did you say?" "Well, welfare, the Democrats." I said, "Oh yeah, the Democrats keep trying to get rid of it, and the Republicans keep fighting for that bill, but it's most likely because it's a Republican bill." She goes, "What?" I said, "Yeah, haven't you ever looked it up? That bill that created welfare is a Republican bill. Since, what do you call his name? The one that made fun of all the time about making gasoline out of peanuts and all that kind of crap. He tried to get rid of the bill. He created a whole system that could benefit and get everybody back to work. Republicans refused to even think about it because it is their bill. Then we have the next one. After a group of stupid spending Republicans, and here comes another Democrat and tries to get rid of it, tries to turn the bill benefiting, trying to get schooling for the people, make it that they can get better jobs, do all these things, all these options for them. Nope. Republicans refuse to change the bill because it's a Republican bill. But again, the Democrats get rid of our budget. We were at zero again. Then the Republicans bring the deficit up again. So then, here comes Obama. Obama just starts doing the work, working hard, smart thoughts. And the thing that makes it so funny is that very friend that tried to bullshit the road threw stones at Obama. Oh, wah, wah, wah. And I was like, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Well, blah, 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 blah. And I just don't listen. I'm like, yeah, you're full of shit. And and I really never put two and two together. So I'm sort of stupid too. So then he starts trying to change in midstream, a change of opinion comes around, and he likes Obama. And I never put two and two together. I just sort of let it slide. What it was that he finally saw what Obama was saying was true. So now the idiots have put this jerk in there, and he's dumber than a rock. Well, actually, he's not dumber than the rock. You know why? Because he's making sure he's going to be filling his pockets with money. At the same time, he's put down women left and right. Left and right. Even his wife is telling him to shut the fuck up. But the Republican women don't get the clue. So, what can we say? It's not a word game. So, can't give you a clue. You can't buy a vowel. And it just surprises me how dumb they are. He is clearing the way to his hotels and everything he can do to make money. His children, and this is the thing I don't understand. Maybe it's just me, but I'm willing to drag his family and whoever the hell harasses me through the courts. And if the courts don't do the job, I'll drag the damn courts through hell. Sue the fuck out of them. Why would I care what these people think? But they do. People do. People are getting verbally harassed, constantly harassed by his children, and they're tolerating it. That's the thing I don't understand. They're tolerating it. Me, if my parents or my brother and sister were sick and they were on the phone harassing them, the first thing I would do is, because they can't do that, is I would record all of this. Then after I recorded them, I would force AT&T or whoever the hell they have over there to take them to court. And if they won't do it, then I'll sue them for $1 million and get it too. Then I'll sue them also for harassment because I have recordings. And then I'll sue the president for not dealing with them. And that's how I would get it done. And if they don't do a speedy thing, I'll sue the courts. The courts, none of them are now safe. And you know why? Because the courts screwed themselves. All of them have. It's like the taxes. They used to come in and they would harass people left and right, and they had the power. Then all of a sudden, someone took them to court and took 50% of their power away. The thing is you got to fight. And who are best trained to fight nowadays? The gays. I'm gay. And I learned that the best way to fight is to take them to court and bleed them dry. Take all their money. Sue them for every single penny and more. And then the courts will cut it down and they'll have to pay that amount. And they will stop harassing people. I wouldn't tolerate it. Like everybody went after what's her name because she made a joke. So what? Get a funny bone, dickheads. Life is too short for you guys to be there. Wah, wah, wah. He hadn't died. He didn't lose a child. He didn't lose nothing. We did. So she has the right to make a joke. You don't like it? Up your ass. That's why I say subscribe to my channel, put the hand up, leave a message. Why? Because most likely you guys can't put two and two together to start. I know I don't have to worry about the Republicans because they're a bunch of idiots. The Democrats, well, the people in the offices are completely idiots. No one put two and two together. What can we say? Bunch of idiots. And the thing that makes me laugh is that the first thing that comes out of somebody's mouth, and it's always a woman, it's my body. And the point is guess what? You are women. Like you always are saying, there's 5 women to every man. So the only reason you are losing is because you don't vote. Vote. The word is vote. Because if you have a senator, if you have a House representative, if you have a governor, if you have a mayor, and if you vote, you can put the kind of person you want in office. Even a president. Hint, hint, hint. Big hint. It's up to you to get off your fat asses. And nowadays it's popular to have a big fat ass. Ask J-Lo. She's gotten rich off of her fat ass and all the many other women that are there. They're rich. They're laughing all the way to the bank. For me, I don't have anything against her or for her. I don't like her music. Never did, never have. I think I liked one song one time. It's an old one. They're always talking to makeup gurus, blah, 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 about her. I don't care one way or another. I don't look at her. I would have no idea. Why? Because I'm gay. Not interested in her. Not a big fan of hers. The strangest things I've hear is like people worshiping people. And I'm like, okay. Um, saw what's her name? Saw that show, season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race, and one of the guys, come out about Oprah being God and everything, and I'm like, God, you're so stupid. Yes, you lost weight watching her and following her. But that was still you doing that. God gave you the ability to choose. That was your choice. You lost it. Not her. She just told you how she did it. And you did it too. Stupid. But anyway, I hear that all the time with people about how great Oprah is and how much. And if you used her to get where you needed to go, well, good for you. I'm not going to throw any stones towards her. Why? Because I don't know her. I've seen her show off and on, but I'm not a big Oprah fan and everything. I've liked her in quite a few shows and everything. And then she bought a book. Oh, I loved me that book. And she ruined it. But I should have expected that. Why? They always do. Buy a book or write a book. And boom, there you go. Make the whole storyline black. But no, right away, the character's a boy, she turned into a girl. The character's a white man, she turned into a black girl. Same thing Disney did with Cinderella. I loved the original Cinderella. Had the guy from General Hospital and on and on and on. I love the thing. The concept It was just so beautiful. That was the first musical I can remember, and I loved that book. It made me feel close. I was not a slave or anything, but it's just something touched here. But of course, someone has to ruin it, and it's always the way it is. There's a movie, which to me they were both hilarious. Um, in England, father dies, and the son finds out his dad is gay, and there's a little midget. And the young man, he's the same one from Game of Thrones and many other movies. He's brilliant. Love, love, love him. And he was their father's lover. And he wants some money. So then they take the same exact storyline and they bring it to America. Except where now it's happening to a black family, and they use the same midget. They didn't go get a black midget. They used the same guy. He had a gay lover, and there they are. Same storyline, and how they deal with it, the attitudes, everything. Both movies are totally hilarious, but for me, my favorite one is the British one, the one done in Britain. The American version, they changed it quite a bit to go to the flavoring and all that stuff, but at the same time, it was still funny. It was meant to be funny, the bad taste. But in reality, we don't need to be putting, showing you that people are people, because people are people. It's just that people have to deal with situations different. And I've talked in many other ones, but the problem is there's always, and I call them traitors because they are traitors. Why are they traitors? Because they are so desirous to be white that they stab the backs of their own people. The same thing. They're so desirous, the white person, to be black, Hispanic, Chinese. There's always one of those. And they stab the back of their own people. And I don't get why they do that. Yes, when I was younger, I didn't want to be gay. Why didn't I want to be gay? Because I didn't want to be different. I wanted to be the same, but God made that choice. There was not a choice for me to choose. The only choice I had is whether I am sexually active or not. That's the choice you get. You can pretend and sleep with women. You can pretend and sleep with men when you don't want to be with men. You can pretend and sleep with both. That's your business. But those are choices. The pretending, the you being attracted to a person, that's from the Lord. And that was my problem. And I've never been promiscuous. So that's sort of one thing I always wondered about. But that's beside the point. Those are choices, but your sexual preference is not a choice. God pushed you down that road for His reason, not yours, not for your benefit. It's His reason. And only thing I could put two and two together is that He's decided that He wants you to go down that road. You're strong enough to go down that road. And sometimes you don't even want to go down that road. And there's always these jerks that think, and this is the way I see it, they think someone is weaker than them, and they try to push you down that road too. That's the way I see it. That's always the way I see it because that's the way it really is, from what I guess. Because I remember there was a bully, big bully, and same way with the presidency. And they bully and bully and bully you because they're trying to hide who they are, what they want. So they bully you. And then afterwards, then they come back, oh, pretending like you were their best friend or whatever. And the problem is that you always have those pieces of garbage in your camp that are pieces of garbage. Those Hispanics that want to be white and throw stones themselves. It makes me laugh and makes me want to beat them up. Makes me want to break their jaw and then fuse it so that they can't talk because they're idiots. Because you just hear a bunch of stupidness come out of their mouth. And if you want to hear that, watch Cut. You'll see that person come out and start talking a bunch of stupid, a whole lot of stupid. But they found him on purpose to try to help how they feel so that they can justify that they're pieces of garbage. Then you can watch Jubilee and you'll find that same Hispanic. That Hispanic even went to the point where he put that plaid shirt on. And I'm like, oh my goodness, you are so desperate to them to think you're a real Hispanic, but you're not. You've been dipped in bleach. And for me, that was never the problem. I never had a problem with my Hispanic background. My problem was I was gay. But I never hid it. See, that's the thing. A lot of people are hiding in the closet. I didn't have to do that. I'm not an effeminate gay. Never have been. And I don't go, oh, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not trying to squeak my voice. When I'm with my friends that are gay, I don't put an effeminate act to any of it. I'm me. If you don't like me, you're not going to like me as a gay person. You're not going to like me as a straight person. You're not going to like me, period. Why? Because I don't put pretenses out there. I don't act different. And that's why I'm mainstream. Nobody knows I'm gay because I don't go around telling people I'm gay. I'll wear a pin that's a little pink triangle on it, but nobody pays attention. Oh, it's just Manuel. Yeah, it is just me. I was working at Burlington Coal Factory, and one of the group that I work with, all the men except for one were gay. And the women were straight. I never got that one. I thought maybe one was a lesbian, but whatever. And they were talking, and there's this young girl who had just gotten married, and she was the assistant manager in the men's department. She goes over, she's there talking with them, and they were, she says, well, you have two straight men in your group. And he goes, who are they? Well, there's so and so, and who's the other one? And they said, well, and Christopher says, oh, you thought I was. I shouldn't be saying his name, but she goes, oh no, Everybody knows you're gay. And I laugh because, I'm working and I'm laughing and I'm just putting stuff up. I love to work. That's my failing. So then um, we go over and I'm laughing. I think it's just too funny. And they go over and they call, Manuel, come over. And I come over and they go over and they say, guess what? So and so thinks that you're straight. And I said, okay. I start going back to go to work. They said, we didn't call you over to tell you that. We want you to tell her the truth. I said, the truth about what? That I'm straight? And they just look at me like, what? I guess they wanted me to prove their point, but at the same time, I'm not that kind of person. I'm not, and I'm not going to start acting because to me, it would be acting because I'm not that person. And I said, if you want me to tell her I'm gay, yeah, I am. I said, but I don't act different. If I was a straight man, this is what you were going to get. If I was and I am a gay man, this is what you're going to get. If I was a bisexual, that means a person that can be with a woman or a man, this is what you're going to get, period. I said, I don't change and I don't create a persona for my different, where I'm going to be. You get what you get, and that's it. Um, she says, oh, and I said, yeah, but I am gay. And I said, is that all you wanted? And they go, yeah. I said, I'm almost finished. And I went over and I finished what I was doing. And I came over and I hung out with them. They were all just standing and wasting time. And I'm not used to doing that, neither is most of the crew. But since they had the chance with our manager, which is most of the time not there, he's helping build all the other stores from scratch, all the way from the bottom to the top, and hiring the people. And that's the way he was working and everything. And that's the funny thing. A lot of people didn't see the truth in everything, which the truth is, I am who I am. I don't change myself to do that. I see a lot of people that do change a persona. They walk in one door, they walk out another door. I actually do that, to be honest. I walk in the front door at where I'm working, and all my problems stay out that door. Then I go in, do what I'm supposed to be doing, and then that's it. But I don't take them into work. A lot of people do. That's not my business. I wish they didn't, but not everybody can be, and I don't want them to be like me. I'm not those phony people there saying, the Bible says, the Bible says. No, the Bible tells you to shut the hell up and mind your business, but you don't listen to the Old Testament that says that. Then Jesus says, judge not, so you shall not be judged. So he's telling you the same thing, mind your own business, and still won't do it. And then you grab onto this little piece of thread, which I saw in a movie. This guy who went with his class and they went and helped some priests put their beautiful, beautiful books and scan them so that they will not disappear in 100 years from now or whenever, and they turn into dust. You'll still be able to go and pull up those beauty of handwritten pages and put them there, you know? And he gets to the point, he says, oh, I got to see this. And he turns the oldest Bible he could find there, to that page where it's going to throw some stones at gays and more. And all of that's missing. It's like, So he goes and gets another book, does the same thing. That's still not part of that Bible either. So he goes and looks, and he finally finds a book that has that in it. So, from what he can tell, it was added on later. It really wasn't the forethought of Jesus. I never thought it was because it didn't sound like him. For here he is telling you, love, 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 love thy neighbor. Love, don't throw stones. Love, don't hate. Love, turn the other cheek. What it means when he says turn the other cheek is this person's being a jerk. Walk away. Time to leave. Don't even bother to throw a stone. Go away. And that's what I usually do. But once in a blue moon, you push me over my threshold and boom, I hit back. And it's not a physical hit back, it's usually verbal. But let's just put it this way. I've been attacked and it was by a bunch of dudes, 5. And one of them said, "Oh, this is stupid. We're going after one person, all 5 of us," and he left. So then it was 4. And the big black guy, he was the only one I really focused on. And I carried not a backpack, it was one of those bags. And in there I had this huge umbrella. I reached over, grabbed the umbrella handle in the bag, and started swooking him left and right. And as I swinged out, I hit the other ones in the face and fought my way all the way back like it was a lifesaver before there was lifesavers. And I beat him to the door. The other 2 had run. The black guy ran, and if I had only thought, I would have grabbed the tiny guy, and I'd probably be in prison now because I would have beaten him to death. And to me, that was the one moment that I guess the Lord said I better not let him think. Because he'd be in jail. Because I'm not going to call the police. The police have never been there for anybody in my neighborhood. To be honest, they've been actually a hindrance when I lived where I used to live. And what I mean by hindrance is that they didn't help anybody. They were actually a physical part of the drama. They harassed. They abused. They were useless. Time and time again called, and time again a waste of time. To this day, I don't have a respect for the police, to be honest. I don't wish them harm, but I don't wish them good either. Their families, when I hear one of them died or anything, actually I don't pay attention. But when I start hearing about their families, I'll do a prayer for them. But that's about it. Because the very, very, very few police that I've actually liked is about 3, and that's it. And that's sad from a whole life. It's sad. 3 good police, that's it. The rest were just harassment, harassment, harassment. Not on me, mostly on other people, because I'm not really that much of a problem to most people. The most I am is a verbal problem, is because if you start throwing stones at me for no reason and I get tired, I put you in your place. Boom, and it's over. I had a friend that they play that game where you insult each other and it goes back and forth for a while. And they throw an insult at me, and then I throw a big insult. Boom, the game's over. And my friend goes, "You're not supposed. That's not how the game plays, man." I said, "Okay, but why would I give you an opening so that you can continue to insult me? It's supposed to be fun." And I'm like, "Okay, if you say so." I'm just like, I don't get it, but whatever. And I've always been that way. I'm not a game player. I'm not going to. I know there were games. I know I can always see them. My thing is, if you want to be with me, be with me. But if you're going to play games and I catch you on it, I will kick you to the road. It's that simple. I'm not going to play the games that you're going to play. The young lady I was dating way back when I was trying to force God to make me straight, um, she got married. When I finally accepted who I was, she got married and we were really good friends. And her husband calls me up and says, you know, drama, drama, drama. And I say, well, why are you calling me? And he says, well, what do I do? I said, I don't know. I said, because in my relationships with whoever I'm with, right from the word jump, I said, I don't play games. So if you're going to play games, you lose your chance with me. Period. It's over. I'm not going to play games. You cheat on me, it's over. There's no second chance. You break up with me, it's over. All of these things, you have to think before you go down that road, because in 10 years from now, you're not going to get another chance. You got your chance. I'm not saying I'm such a great thing, but the point is that I'm the kind of person that takes you for who you are. Now, if you change during the time and everything, I'm fine with that. But those are your choices. I'm not going to be like in my case, I would say like a woman, because I would see it all the time. They would see a person that looked the image somewhat what they wanted, and then they would force you into that square peg, even though you're round. They force you through that star peg, even though you're a giant square. See what I'm saying? And I'm like, no, that's not who I am. I'm not going to force you to be anybody at all. You got to make your own choices. I'm not looking for me to be the boss in a relationship. I'm looking for me to be a member of the relationship. I want we both to share in a relationship, but that's not the way it works. That's the way the presidency and all of that should be. It's supposed to be them sharing with the American people, trying to make it better for the whole American people, not just for him and his business. That's what it's supposed to be. He's supposed to be making it easier for us to take care of us. But we're still taking care of the world because he can't shut his mouth. He's throwing stones left and right, making friends enemies. And that's where the problems are becoming. And I don't get it. Why do you do that? It's just dumb. But that's what he does. That's what the whole family do. Just let what someone else said go and move on down the road. Because sooner or later, you're going to go against that rock, throw a stone, call on the phone, insult, whatever you think you're going to do, and that person's going to say, let's see, how much money will I get selling this to the paper? How much money will I get taking them to court? How much money am I going to get destroying their lives? And guess what? A lot. And hopefully they have that money, because if they don't, guess who's going to jail? They are. Harassment is jail time. Physical, mental, any of those harassments is jail time if it gets connected to them. And that's the problem. They're not that smart. They're leaving tape messages with their voices. And I'm not telling them to be smarter. I'm just telling them to shut the hell up. Do your job. What he wants you to do at home, run his business so that it doesn't go bankrupt. That's what you got to do. He is a businessman who runs hotels. Every person they insult and make them feel bad will not go to Trump Tower or any of those hotels and spend their money. That's lost revenue. Hint, hint. Take a hint. Get a clue. But guess what? We're not in a game. And that's the problem. This isn't a game. You might treat it like one, but it's not. When one of those people get tired and take you to court and put you in jail for the things that can be put in jail other than taking money, guess what? Bye-bye. And that's the way it is. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave a message, put the little hand up high. I always do it at the beginning because I have the habit of forgetting. And let's talk. And if you have something you want to talk about, let's do it. AA, see you in church.